Right, shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto the Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And honors to you, brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And I'm sure everyone's heard of or seen the event that took place yesterday with Donald Trump. And then this is just the next stage in the psyop that the elites are operating on America. And you have to remember, in order to perform the perfect psyop, all the actors must be under control. And that's exactly what you're seeing, this narrative that Trump is, the enemy of the elites. He's the enemy of the deep state, and they're trying to silence him, and they're trying to put him in jail, and now they're trying to kill him. And yeah, that they wouldn't try and do any of that. Like, he would, if they didn't want Donald Trump where he is right now, he wouldn't be. All right. They wouldn't try and put him in jail. He'd be in jail. They wouldn't try and shoot him. He'd be shot. Simple as that. These are all psyops and events which help to push the narrative that he is this enemy of the elites, because that narrative is useful for the psyop. And this next stage, where the so-called attempted assassination, is just going to inject more division and more emotion into the paradigm, especially when you got social media and you got bots, and they're going to hype this up, especially leading up to the elections. So we're not fooled, and obviously the usual suspects, the agents within the alternative media, and Andrew Tate, uh, uh, um, Alex Jones, flipping Elon Musk, and all the different puppets, in the mainstream media. They're all going to be playing their part to add flames to this fire, because they want a fire. They want a crisis, order abkeo, in order to bring in their new world order and the MOTB system. So this is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we understand controlled opposition. That's why we do not choose between the actors or the agents that they provide for us. We don't endorse neither the left or the right hand of Esau. All right, we reject Donald Trump. We reject Joe Biden. We reject all of these representatives of Satan, and that way we ain't gonna get caught up following these people into destruction. We follow Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. We follow Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Most High, and that's how we're supposed to be. All right, recently they run the psyop, and they got a lot of Jake switching from Democrat to Republican. You're a fool. You need to be switching to Yahweh Shai, okay? Because Donald Trump and Joe Biden all play for the same team. All right, so what you have now is you've got enraged Trump supporters who are now emboldened in their narrative that, they're the chosen of God or whatever, and Trump is the chosen one, and he gonna save America, and they feel upset that someone tried to kill him with and then on the other side, you've got the leftists, the Democrats, who are basically saying he should have got killed. So all of this is just gonna add
You're
to
telling
it.
me the bullet hit his fucking ear? His ear, skimmed his ear, just brushed past him. Oh my fucking god, why couldn't it have been 2 inches in and we would have never had to hear about him again? We are going to be hearing about Trump getting shot at that rally for the rest of our fucking lives. He is going to...
There's already been, and
Joe
these
Biden
videos are
said 'cause
going
Joe
all
Biden
around
wasn't
social
there.
media. All
No,
these
this
Democrats basically
and
wishing that the bullet did hit
Oswald
Trump.
would never.
So all of this is just adding to the flames, right? You also got look at this, man. This is them reacting to someone shouting gun. Look how quickly they get him off stage and away. That's it. Boom. He's gone. They're getting him out of the way. All right. And this is what happened during this event. I don't know what they're meant to be doing here. What are they meant to be doing there? This is ridiculous. Get him, make him a moving target and get him out of the way. And the Secret Service, they wouldn't be listening to Trump. Their job is to get him out of danger. They would be picking him up and making him a moving target. This is all staged events. All right. Look at this interview.
Came from that guy on the and watch and listen to the rally. Right, we couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us.
Remember, the Secret Service, right? They got sniper positions. They will be watching all the vantage points where shooters could be. And this guy was just crawling around. Come on, man. Come on, man. And about 8-9 months ago, they started trialing drones to surveil these type of areas. So why wasn't the drone there? Do you know, this is foolishness, man. This is this is absolute foolishness.
So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service.
2-3 minutes. And so you also would have snipers and people surveilling the crowd for things like this. This is a joke.
Looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
There you go. So this thing was all an operation. And the thing is, guys like Alex Jones, who would have missed the false flag, they're not going to point this out because they're part of the operation as well. All right, they're part of it. Okay, where was the other video I wanted to show? Yeah, so these are the snipers that was up on the roof the guy was talking about, that was surveilling the whole situation.
A little bit old, that chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
And apparently, obviously, they clapped the guy and killed him straight away. That's how it works to close that loop. and so everything's gonna play out. But always remember this is all leading towards the destruction of America, man. The MOTB, all right. Time of Jacob's trouble. This is all leading towards the prophecies being fulfilled. These elites are running these narratives to bring chaos. But you see, the Lord is using them, and they don't know nor understand that. They think they're gonna achieve their own goals, but they're not. Ultimately, it's only gonna go so far, and then the Lord's gonna take over and show them what time it really was, who was really in control, who was the real puppeteer. Right? This is Job 5:12. It says, "He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise." See, that their ultimate goal they're not going to be able to achieve. They're going to get to a point where they do bring enough chaos to America to start bringing in, the martial law, the MOTB system. But ultimately, they're not going to be able to rest on that. All right? It says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, because this is all these orchestrated events and narratives, because this isn't no thing that just started today. This is a whole narrative, a whole massive psychological operation that they've been operating on the American people, using Trump and Biden and the Democrats and the Republicans and the alternative media and the mainstream media and Alex Jones and all these people. This has been a massive psyop on the American people. But ultimately, they're going to be destroyed, or their kingdom is going to be destroyed, and they're going to go into slavery. And it's all going to be, they're leading everything towards that end. And that's what they don't realize. They're on the road to perdition, not the road to salvation. And the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. All right? Because they come up with all this madness, man. And the people swallow it hook, line, and sinker. All right, because they're stupid and the Spirit of the Lord ain't dealing with them. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this new escalation unfolds leading up to the elections. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And more than likely, I can see that if they have the elections, Trump gonna get in there, and they're setting him up beautifully to be the one to bring in this MOTB system. He's the perfect candidate, because the people who would ordinarily fight against the MOTB system are really Trump supporters. So Trump is actually the best guy to actually bring it in, because by that time, these people have already sold themselves over to Trump. You understand what I'm saying? So Trump is actually the perfect candidate to put a lot of things through, because if you let Biden do it, they're going to get a lot more resistance, because the people who would generally be against a system like that are on the right of things. So they need a right-handed puppet, because that makes it easier to implement. So that's why I would see them putting Trump in there, man, and they all gonna turn up. It's gonna be fireworks, man. It's gonna be a very interesting show the next few months. So stay locked in, but always remember that all these things are, the Lord is ultimately in control, and His counsel is gonna come to pass, and the counsel of the wicked, the counsel of the froward, is gonna be carried headlong. So let them play their little mind games, their little psyops, and roll out their puppets, right? And we're gonna see who the real puppet master is in the end.